Welcome back to DIY Marketers Deep Dive. We're diving into customer feedback today.
Mm.
Um, it can be a pain, right? But what if there was a tool, something that made it easier and more insightful? Well, there is. It's called Looplytic.
Yeah, it really changes things up, like flips the script on those old boring
Oh,
surveys.
you mean the kind where it's just the same questions for everyone, no matter what?
Exactly. Looplytic is all about dynamic conversations. Think of it like each customer is having this chat, right, with a really smart AI. And get this, the questions actually change depending on what they say. Just like a real interview.
Okay, hold on. So instead of crossing your fingers and hoping your survey is going to give you something good,
Hmm.
we're talking about getting those deep insights, the kind you'd usually get from, sitting down one-on-one with someone,
Hmm.
but automatically.
That's it.
Okay, I am definitely intrigued, but I need an example. Can you give me a concrete example of how this thing actually works?
Absolutely. Um, let's say you're trying to figure out how to make your website more, I don't know, helpful to visitors.
Okay, yeah.
So with Looplytic, you might start by asking, what brings you to our website today? And if they say, oh, I was looking for info on a specific product,
Hmm.
Looplytic, boom, automatically follows up with questions just about that product. Like, what info were you hoping to find? Or, did you find what you were looking for?
Okay. I see where we're going with this. So instead of just going on to the next, pre-planned question, Looplytic is digging deeper,
Yeah.
getting to the core of what that customer actually needs, huh?
Exactly. And let's say they mention, oh, you know what? I couldn't find any customer reviews. So what does Looplytic do? Instead of just noting it down, it asks, how important are those reviews to you when you're buying stuff?
Hmm.
Or would you be more likely to buy if you could see what other customers are saying?
Wow, okay. So you're not just getting, surface level answers, you're actually figuring out the why,
Hmm.
right? Like why they're doing what they're doing. And you might even find some problems you never even thought about.
Right. And say they're like, oh, customer reviews, those are super important to me. Looplytic then says, okay, well, what kind of reviews do you like best? Do you like detailed ones, just short summaries? What about videos? Do those help? Reviews from people like you. Each answer, it's like unlocking another level of understanding.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. It's like this little research assistant that never gets tired, always asking the right questions to get to the bottom of things, like a secret weapon for customer understanding.
It really is. And, it's adapting in real time.
Yeah.
So every single survey, it's a unique little journey just for that customer.
I bet our listeners are already thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but how do I actually get this survey to my customers? Any tips there?
Super easy. Looplytics got you covered. You can share it with a link, put it on your website, social media, even in your email signature.
And speaking of easy, we're all about empowering DIY marketers here. I bet Looplytic integrates with other platforms, right?
Hmm. You bet. It works with all the popular stuff. Email marketing services, your CRMs, website analytics tools, you name it.
So goodbye, clunky spreadsheets. Hello, streamlined insights.
Yeah.
This is making me really excited about the possibilities. I mean, think of all the ways you could use this thing.
Oh, for sure. Endless possibilities. Like a Swiss Army knife for customer research. Imagine using it to figure out why people ditch their shopping carts.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It could be, I don't know, a hidden shipping cost or something. Maybe the checkout process is just a pain. Or, hey, maybe they just got distracted. Whatever the reason, Looplytic can help you zero in on that problem.
I've totally been there. Abandoned a cart or two myself. Usually it's when the checkout just feels like way too long or confusing.
Yeah, exactly. And think about what if you could use it to test new product ideas before you spend a ton of time and money building it.
Right?
Ask your customers what features would really get you excited, what problems are you having that this could solve? Heck, even get feedback on different prices.
That is so smart. And what about getting feedback on the website itself? Is it easy to use? You could figure out exactly where people are getting stuck or frustrated, and then boom, make changes to fix it.
Absolutely. You can even use it to understand the whole customer journey better.
Oh, interesting.
All those touch points they have with your brand before they buy something, are they coming from, I don't know, social media, email marketing, just finding you on Google? And then how can you make each step better? Create a smoother, more engaging experience.
Man, this is really opening up so many possibilities. And the best part is, it's not just for the big companies with tons of money, right? I remember you saying something about a free version.
Yes, Looplytic has both. free and paid plans. So even small businesses, even if you're just, doing it on your own, you can still use it.
That's fantastic.
The free version gives you a good taste, lets you try it before you commit to anything. And then the paid ones, well, they're designed to grow with you, As your business gets bigger, they can handle it.
I love that. It's like putting this really powerful research in everyone's hands, no matter your budget. I think that's what's so exciting about this tool. It's like leveling the playing field.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious, from your perspective, what's the biggest misconception people have about, getting customer feedback?
I think a lot of people, they think it has to be this like huge, complicated, expensive thing,
Right. Yeah.
Like they gotta hire some fancy research firm or spend hours and hours like crunching numbers. But with tools like Looplytic, it can actually be like super simple and affordable. And honestly, even just a little bit of effort can make a big difference.
Totally agree. Sometimes we overthink things,
Yeah.
make it way more complicated than it needs to be. And I think the big takeaway here is getting feedback from your customers shouldn't feel like this scary chore. It can actually be fun and engaging. And you can learn so much if you've got the right tools and approach. Right.
Exactly. It's all about asking the right questions, really listening to what they have to say, and being open to, learning and changing things up. And when you do that, you can uncover a ton of information, stuff that can help you improve your products, your marketing, your whole business, really.
This has been really eye-opening. I feel like you just gave me a treasure map, straight to customer understanding. But before we wrap up, I got to ask you one last thing. If you could give our listeners one piece of advice about using Looplytic, or really any tool for getting customer feedback, what would it be?
Don't be afraid to experiment, try different things, ask different types of questions, see what works best for you. There's no magic formula. It's all about being curious, being creative, and most importantly, just being open to what your customers are telling you.
That is fantastic advice. It's all about that spirit of learning and getting better all the time.
Yeah.
So to wrap it all up, Looplytic is not just some survey tool, right? It's more like having this superpower research assistant, and it can unlock all those hidden things your customers want, even the stuff they're frustrated about.
Exactly.
And the best part is anyone can use it. Doesn't matter if you're a marketing pro or just starting out, right?
Yep, totally. And like we were saying, you can use it for a ton of stuff. Trying to make your website better,
Yeah.
testing out new product ideas, or even if you just want to understand what makes your customers tick. Looplytic can give you those insights so you can make better decisions and grow your business.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So to all our listeners out there, if you want to really understand your customers, really get them, check out Looplytic. It might be that secret weapon you've been looking for.
And remember, the best insights, they often come from the questions you haven't even thought to ask yet. So embrace it, Embrace those dynamic conversations and be ready to be surprised by what you find.
That's such a good point. All right, well, I want to thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Looplytic. It's been fascinating. Hopefully you all learned some stuff you can use in your own businesses.
My pleasure. It's been fun.
And to all our amazing listeners, make sure you check out all of our deep dive episodes. We cover all kinds of tools and strategies and ideas to help you, thrive as DIY marketers. Until next time, happy researching.